bring you up over here. Oops, I'm not on Painting for Profits. Right there I am. And that's so cute. I am loving the colors. They just came out fantastic. Wanda, I taught this tonight inside Painting for Profits, the big group. And it's just, I'm pretty darn excited with it. I got these kind of rectangles because, you know, I've been doing all the round circles because I got a sublimator and I'm going to be sublimating my own designs. Well, when I want 20-inch rounds, my husband has a lot of leftover wood, so I got a lot of these rectangles, so I have to paint some rectangles to use up my wood now. And my my Craft Around the Clock one got canceled yesterday because Tracy went on vacation and shut everything down, so I didn't get to go live, and I haven't been live on my page for a while. So I need to totally redo this sun. I got too much purple in it. And then need some red. Redo my palm trees. So I'm loving the whole tropical thing. I painted the 2 flamingos this week on the big rounds. And it seemed like, what, last week or the week before it was all Halloween. Now it's tropical. I want my sun to kind of match. I have to move this around here. Yeah, I've got this big table and I got this one little spot to paint in, it seems like. Oops. Don't want to do that. So I don't know if you would actually call this a sun or the sitting, some kind of, no, it's not a harvest. I don't know what it is, but it'll look good when we get done. So I do need that bottom part to have some blue in it, but last time I did it, the blue was too harsh. Hi Lisa, hi Vicky. Okay. I know, it's my first turtle. I'm pretty darn excited about him. Pretty excited. I'm going to add some blue into this sun first. You're not going to see much of it anyway, because by the time I get my palm trees in there, it's all going to disappear. So, not a whole lot to do with this. And pick up some white, but mainly my yellow. Next week, I'm going to go back to Halloween, and I'm going to try the new colors for Halloween this year are going to be pink, orange, and black. So I'm going to do a couple of designs using those colors. Now I need to just run a little bit of color under there, and we're going to be good with that. Actually, you know what? I need some darkness underneath those palm fronds as well. So that will just bring out the details more. I really want to have this done tonight. I didn't want to pick up green. So tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to have for the auction over on Virtual Home Decor Marketplace, but the auction starts tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'm such a slacker because the ladies have so many good items that are going to be up for auction tomorrow. And if you've never been over there for an auction, our live sales are Saturday and Sunday, but 2 Fridays out of the month we do an auction. And they'll put their items up for bid at starting about 9. If they're like me, I usually get mine on there by noon. And then you just go and place your bid in the comments, and the highest bidder at 9 p.m. wins. That's when they put out, I always say they put the good stuff out on the auction. And I love having the colors in my coconuts. When I used to do craft shows, for a period of time there, I was all tropical in my booth. So I would have all my signs were tropical, and we had palm trees in the booth. And so where these coconuts are, I would have had big jewels for them. Oh, they're pretty. Kind of how I got started when I started selling my things online. I started with the Jimmy Buffett type stuff on eBay. That's how long it's been. Okay, so we'll let those coconuts dry up and then make them a little bit darker. But now I get to cover this tree that just did. You know what? Probably not going to be able to tell it much, but I'm going to kind of put some more color in that sun. Or at least put some highlight in there. Nobody will see it, but I'll know. Hi, Vicki. It is Stephanie's favorite. I can't believe it. She hopped on today, and I didn't even realize it was going to be a turtle till the last minute. I'll show you what it was going to be here in a moment. Yeah, so she's like, well, my birthday's coming up pretty darn quick. I'm like, well, I'll get you a sublimated copy of it. I got to get over there and set my sublimation machine up. I haven't done that yet. It's all ready to go. And I got the sublimation paper today, so I'm good to go. If I ever have 5 minutes. I was talking in a business group today, and it's like, oh, I'm just back at that point where I don't like to do all this paperwork. I just want to sit and paint, and it's really turning out good right now. So that's where I need to devote my time at the moment. All these great ideas are coming to me. I'm going to put more yellow in my leaves, actually, and darken them up. Because I'm hoping that once it's done, I'll have some deep, rich jewel tone colors. Actually, let me put the dark green in, and I can go back with the yellow. I've never even really cared for, even looked at sea turtles until I just happened to think about it today, and when I had that water, it was like, oh, that's what I need. And they're actually really cute. Actually, very cute. Okay, now we need to go over the sun. And where the sun's kind of going to come through 'em. I've made my palm trees with like where you take and have individual strands. But these are quicker and they're just as good. Oh, that one turned out good. Okay. See if we can get that effect in. More of them. So all that work on the sun and I just covered it up. That's not gonna let me get into the really wet ones, so. Aha. There we go. I like that now. A little bit more yellow. Been working all week on getting some of my designs ready for Glowforge cutouts so that I can start designing Glowforge or any kind of laser designs. After I got my Glowforge going, I was looking and there's not, I mean, there's files out there, but everybody has the same one. So I was like, I need to be designing some files. And I had scanned my artwork for the past 15, 18 years. So I've got over 1,000 different designs that I can use. Hi, Lee. Hi, Tammy. Kathy, I taught this tonight inside Painting for Profits. All right, then I need some more. Oh, I know where I need to be. This is my volcanoes back here, and those are in the sunset in the background, so you just see like a little canal is what this is. So when the sun reflects back, let's grab some blue. Oops, it's not blue, that's green. Let's create this shadow. Water my brush. There we go. All right, so we have to do the same thing to this one. A bit of blue. Okay, we got some shadows. I need a couple of highlights up there. Hi, Patty. Thank you. Hi, Diane. Renee, it's out. I'll send you, if you message me, if it's not there tomorrow, message me and I'll get your tracking number and we'll look it up. I'll be here all day tomorrow. So I'm going to come in here with just a little bit of yellow, because there'll be a little bit of sunshine hitting that. Maybe add in a little white too. Okay, so I didn't really knock my pine tree out of proportion, but I think I will reinforce that darkness down there. Where they meet. Get bored doing the same ones. Let's even make this even darker up there. There we go. I still think I got too much darkness on that darn sun. Sure don't. That's like the second or third time I've done it, so. All right. That looks better. Now it needs just a little bit more highlight, kind of at the tops of those. Grab some white here. Now, when I did these for my craft shows, I would always put gold on them, but I want to make a print of this one. You know what you're going to paint before doing it, or do you just start something and go with the flow? I just start something and go with the flow. Hi, Marianne. So what happened was my husband's been cutting all those rounds because I've been in this whole wanting to paint wreath attachment signs. And so I want them 20 inches because if you paint them bigger, then they show up better when you digitize them. So these are the extra boards that he has left, and he's like, I'm not gonna waste all this wood. What are you gonna do with these? I'm like, okay, I'll paint a sign. So last night, I was sitting here trying to figure out what to do with the rectangle again. And so I had, where's my drink? I had this that I bought down at Dollar Tree, and I thought, oh, I need to make a big drink, and I'll put it on the beach right here. So that was my idea yesterday when I started. And so I was like, okay, let's ombre. Okay, so all the time it was going to be I don't know, are these hurricanes or whatever they are? So I was going to use this glass as my stencil. So I went into my group and I'm like, okay, let's try this. So I ombre'd. This was kind of like a bright blue. Ombre'd the green, ombre'd the red, then the orange, and then the yellow. And I was like, oh, I made a mistake because the red and the green don't match up together. So I was trying to figure out how I was going to make this drink kind of on the beach like this way. Because when I saw these two colors together, it reminded me then of a beach. But to begin with, it was just supposed to be a simple ombre sign. So then I didn't want to take away all of my blue because I love how the blue flowed into the green. So I put the sand up here, and then I was going to put the drink here with the big palm tree coming over the side of it. So that's what it was supposed to be. And then when I came back today, then I was like, oh, let me put some hills in there. And then these colors just started reminding me of a sea turtle. So I'm like, oh, let's try a sea turtle because I love the blue and the greens. And so that's how this one came to life. It's totally not what it was supposed to be, but I like it better. And that's how I work the best. I'm not good with, there we go. I'm not really good with sitting down and planning it out on paper. I have to have the colors have to talk to me. And I know that probably sounds really crazy, but I just got to let the brush work. And it's been working out really well. So whatever it's creating, I just kind of follow my instincts on it. And I think that's why everything is coming out. Because lately, my paintings have been really spot on. And I think that's what it is. I quit overthinking. And I just kind of just lose myself in it and think, what does it want to be? Or, you know, not philosophical or anything, but... And I like that story on how things become, because when you just come on and you look at it, you think, oh, she planned that out, you know, and because now it all blends in so together. It's like, well, nobody's going to believe my story that it was going to be a hurricane drink or daiquiri or whatever that thing is. But that's exactly what I started off with. And then it just kind of like metamorphosed into sea turtles. So I had to go to the sleep clinic today. I was running behind. I had to teach at 5 o'clock. So I did the ombre yesterday inside the group because I said, just in case this turns out, let me record it. And it did. And if it wouldn't have worked out, I would have just deleted it. And then about 4:30 today, I'm like, oh, great. What am I going to paint for this class? And then when I'm looking, these colors were magical. The blue and the green were just perfect. And then I needed something to sit on the beach, and the sea turtle came to me instead of the drink. So, all right, now I got to finish his face. So that's where I left off. I kind of rounded it out a little bit more than what it was because I had his face done at one time. But then as I'm doing it, I'm thinking, remember when I used those metallic paints last year? That would be so pretty on this. I do want a little bit of yellow in his face. And then I just have to finish up the sand because I just kind of threw that in there and it'll be done. But I'm just loving all the colors and oh, thanks, Jesse. I don't know how to explain it. I don't try to explain how it happens anymore. Hi, Jane. This is inside of Painting for Profits. We did the flamingo earlier on Tuesday, but this was my Thursday project that wasn't supposed to get out of hand, but it did. And so now I want to make a sea turtle. I want to make a big sea turtle door hanger. So that's underneath him. Need to kind of make his pretty toenails stick out. And these are just coming out of the water. So those are kind of behind him. And he's creating this shadow right here. Need to get in there with a little black. That was going to be grass, but it's no longer going to be grass. I'll take that out. And see if I can recreate that mouth because my mouth was really good. Okay. So I need just a little bit of color though in his face. It's too white. Let's see. And dab in some yellow. Down to his nose. I need a really, really thin brush for that mouth. I want it to be kind of jagged because, well, actually he's not. He's a baby turtle. But I don't want a straight mouth on him. That kind of crooked. And he's got a nose hole here. Need to create a line around him. Oops. Got too much water on my brush. And his mouth is open, so that's going to come a little bit there. And pull out some eyelashes. I need to shade up all of his little toenails. He is adorable. Now I need a great big one of him. Create a little line under his eye right there. Ah, perfect. And that foot's still in the water. All right, let's bring out a little bit of that blue color on his shell, but I'm going to use my blue and mix it with some white. I'll change that to blue instead of white. Ah, oh, he is just so darn adorable. I love this. Oh, I bet that is pretty. Jane, they got a tail? I didn't know a turtle had a tail. Let's see. I gotta look at his positioning. Would the tail be the same color as his body? Because I'm going to put a tail here, but I'm not quite sure. Let's kind of make it a little bit. Does his tail come out from, that's, the tail probably comes out from underneath. I don't know that with the way he's positioned that you would see a tail. I think he's crooked. I think he's crooked. And if you did have a tail, I think it would be really small right there because you wouldn't see the whole thing. So I'm gonna have to go look at a picture of a turtle and see. Okay. I'm going to shade up these toes a little bit so we don't have glaring toenails. Ah, perfect. Let's take some of that brown off though. Oops. You take even more off. There we go. Now you can see them, but they're not overly powering. separate them out a little bit. Oh, Homestead Stencil Company. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. I talk about you all the time when I have to get out that big box of dried moss. You sent that to me, right? I'm pretty sure. Okay. I think I'm good right there. But where that grass was, I don't know. That's been a long time since I got that dry moss, and I still got, in fact, I sold some of it when I had my retreat. I told the girls, fill a bag of moss. Okay. I'm just going to create, that's just going to be underneath his belly. I'll make it a little bit lighter as it comes out. He made it to shore, you guys. Made it to shore. I'm loving it. Karen, that's right. See, I still remember that. That's been a lot of years ago. And I still use it. It's not even like I really, I don't really craft. I paint, which is different. So I don't, I think I used that. There was something that we made a lot of, maybe the trucks. But I know back in the day, there was something that I used a lot of it for. Okay, so now all I have left to do is pull up some grass, and this one's done. Oh. Yeah, so Karen has the Homestead Stencil Company. I used to buy stencils, but I'm not a good stenciler, so it didn't work for me. I don't know what it is. I just don't have patience for stenciling. And not even patience, but what I need to say is I've never taken the time to learn how to do a stencil. If I had that, then it would be easier, but you guys, I just opened a Glowforge. It's been sitting back there for 2 years. Used it 3 or 4 times, and now I've got a brand new sublimation printer that's been here for a couple months, and I haven't opened it yet either. All right, let's shade this thing up and see what happens, because I think that now we'll add some depth, and I hope I got clean enough water to do it. But we're going to put some black on this thing. Hold our breath. I better make sure I got it dry. I can't wait to seal this with a clear outdoor sealer. It's going to shine. Still don't like my sun back there, but I'll go in and put more orange on it than the blue. Okay, we want a shade. So let's pick up some black. And I'm out of room on my tin foil. And see what happens. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. This will actually kind of frame it in too. If you're scared of black, close your eyes. Because every once in a while when I do this, I'm like, I should leave it alone. But, in fact, Karen, I think I met you when I bought all the when I was in my Jimmy Buffett stage. That's when I think it was. Okay. Now, we have to do the other two, but we got to really make sure that these two are dry before I go the other two directions. Can't believe this was my simple project for the week. It got a little out of hand, but pretty happy with it. Yeah. Have to pick up some more black. Too much black in there. Here lately, I've went through so many paper towels, so many pieces of foil because I've been using all the colors. Now, then we got this. I'll go around him next. Gotta shade him out. All right. Pick up more paint. He didn't sand the top of my board too good. Took a little bit to get in there, but yay, I'm good. I'm good with that. I like it. All right, I think I need a little bit more black down here. That's where it's hard to get to, is where he hasn't sanded really very well. All right, I gotta pick up some more black somehow. It's kind of in an area where I can't get too much black and I'm getting scared of having to redo it. And I don't want to redo this again. So, go in here. Perfect. Okay, now we've got to bring out the colors of the sand and differentiate. Kind of shade up the back of his body. Thanks, Debbie. It is. This wasn't even my big project of the week. This is just like a little extra that got. Tonight it was supposed to be a daiquiri on a beach. so. And go under his toes a little bit. And this part of the water's darker. Put out. And then under his belly a little bit more. Gotta get behind this tree, create a shadow. Okay. Yeah. Hey, it's been getting hot and we got bugs all over the place anymore. Already. Okay, that's got to be dark underneath that grass too. But we're going to do underneath our palm trees first. Since we got so much black going on, and I had brown under here, but now we're going to go with the black. This is why I have to use paint in order to get my design to come out, because I don't know how, don't like to draw, and I'm not good at drawing. But when I can see it in the paint, I may have to change it a few times, but I can see it so much better like this. And I haven't had to put anything in the burn pile for a while. So that's always a good thing. Hi, Beulah. It's always a good thing when I don't have the burn pile going. Now, I still, if I can get in there, that sun, put a little bit more red and orange in it. There we go. There, I like that better. Oh. So anyway, today I was asked to do Halloween in pink, orange, and black. So I think that may be my next project. I guess those are going to be the new colors that the wreath makers are seeing out there for ribbon. I'm going to be working on that sun for a while. I may have to totally do it in. Maybe not. I think it looks okay. All right. Now on these palm tree fronds, let's give them a little bit more yellow. Because in order to make this into a print, probably gonna have to go back and go over that sun again. And really detail it out, because I'd want to go over those fronds with my liner brush. Okay, let's bring some colors, some highlights out. Inside of our group, Thursday nights are Zoom nights, and they're all still over there just talking away and painting. It is too hot for a burn pile. Oh, too hot for a burn pile. Oh, kind of don't want too much white there.